Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. As you can see on the screen right now, the Bronx Knights are in second place. They're 18-13 and only a half a game out of first place behind the Mariners in the American League West. Let's get this show on the road. Let's start it up. Okay, so it's a 3-game set against their crosstown rivals, the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. The Bronx Knights have won the first game 5-3, as you can see, and this is the next game in the lineup. View organizes games. Play game. Okay. Play full game. The away team playing at Yankee Stadium. Let's do this. And okay, here we go. Here we go. Fantasy draft with Hall of Famers, legendary players, the year 2024, so there's some created players thrown in there. The Knights consist of people that I know in my own personal life that have been created to play in the major leagues. So here we go. Welcome to the Bronx as the Knights take on the Yankees here at New Yankee Stadium. So, pitching for the New York Yankees is Pablo Lopez, making his 7th start of the season. He's a 3-2 record with a 2.09 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Luklitch, playing left field. He's hitting .331 and has 2 runs batted in. He does have 7 steals on the season. And the first pitch is outside. Ball 1.
First pitch, 107.
And it just hits the corner. Count evens at 1-1. And he fouls off the changeup. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the weather in May in New York is 69 degrees, sunny and clear. 1-2 count. And it just misses. 2-seamer off the plate. Count evens at 2-2.
Count is full.
Just off the plate, high and tight. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Don Mattingly is on deck. And he slaps it high and deep, but playable, as Tony Gwynn makes the catch in right field for the first out. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Luklitch leads off. Don Mattingly playing first base is hitting second. Chris Ramos is at second base. Michael O'Rourke patrols center field. Jacob Salazar is today's shortstop. Benny Losicero is the right fielder. Matt Termini is at third base. Matt Saps is the designated hitter. And behind the plate is Anthony Millo, the catcher. Here's Don Mattingly hitting an even .300 on the season. And he checks his swing. The pitch is low for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike. Peak top.
And it just catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Earl Hendricks is the umpire. I have no idea if that's a real person or fictional, but don't really care. And it hits the corner. Count evens at 2-2. Outside, yet again, the batter goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Ramos is on deck. And he's late on the changeup and swings and misses for strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Here's the replay.
That is third. The second baseman, Chris Ramos.
Pulled the trigger late on that one. So the second baseman, Chris Ramos, the switch hitter, steps up from the left side against the righty Lopez. And fouls off the fastball for strike 1. He has 12 homers and 30 runs batted in. And it's a strike. Pours it in there for strike 2. So this is the 2024 season. So in case you're seeing the stats on the screen, you're like, he's the home run champion in the year 2021. Pitches outside. Count is 1-2. He checked it, or did he?
Did he go?
He did not go. So the count is even at 2-2. And he pulls it foul. Just in case you're wondering what the difficulty level is, options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star. Pitching difficulty is also on All-Star. I plan to keep it there for the remainder of the season. When I get to the All-Star break, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll kick it up a notch. 2-2 count.
Full count.
And yet again, a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the top of the first for the Knights. Oh, he called strike 3, and the side is retired. So after a half an inning of play, it's the Bronx Knights nothing. The New York Yankees coming to bat. Pitching for the Knights is Eli Ramos. He's making his 7th appearance on the mound for the Bronx Knights. He's 3-1 with a 4.07 earned run average. 37 hits and 42 innings pitched. Leading off for the Yankees, Tony Gwynn hitting .281 with 6 homers and 26 RBIs.
Tony Gwynn.
And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Slider inside, ball 1. Bronx Knights are 18-13. That's good for second place in the AL West division. It's Michael O'Rourke in center field. And Ramos pitches. Fouled back. Count goes 1-2. Eli Ramos is my father, who passed away in 2011 at the age of 68, which is why his number is 68. Oh, called strike 3. And Tony Gwynn is struck out looking. Next up is Ozzie Smith. He's hitting .325 with a homer and 12 runs batted in. Ozzie played for the St. Louis Cardinals in his career. He's a defensive guru. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Slider just off the plate inside. Count evens at 1-1. Strike 2. And he fouls it down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. And he fouls off the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he fouls off the curveball. He's battling up there. Strike 3 looking on the split finger fastball. And the first 2 batters have struck out. He does not agree with the call. There's the replay. Let's see how close it is. Too close to take. Could be down in the end, but too close to take. Next up is Edgar Martinez, Seattle Mariner in his playing days in real life. Great hitter. And he hits it right back to the box. Ramos knocks it down, throws to first, and the side is retired. So after 1 inning of play, no score. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is the center fielder, Michael O'Rourke. He's hitting 362 on the season. It's been hot. Batting from the left side. Swing and a miss at the 2-seamer. Strike one. And the changeup is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. He checks his swing, but the changeup floats over for a strike. Count is 1-2. Just off the plate outside. Count evens at 2-2. Checks it. Again, a 3-2 count. I think he's had a 3-2 count, full count on all 4 batters he's faced in this game so far. And the pitch was high, probably out of the strike zone. He swung and fouled it off. Count remains full. And he pulls it through the right side for a base hit. And O'Rourke leads off the top of the second with a single. Jacob Salazar, the shortstop today, is hitting 336. A throw over. O'Rourke is back. He's hitting 336 with, if I'm not mistaken, 2 homers and 20 runs batted in. But we'll check the stats. And the curveball floats over the zone. As you can see, 336, 2 homers, 20 runs batted in. And he takes a strike. And he swings and misses out in front of the changeup. And very quickly, he's down 0-2. Pulls it foul. Checks his swing. Fastball is outside, 97 on the radar gun. Count is 1-2. And he hits a line drive, base hit the other way to left. And there are runners at first and second, and nobody out here in the second for the Bronx Knights. Here's the replay. Nice piece of hitting.
The right fielder, number 38.
So, Benilo Cicero, the right fielder, steps in. He's hitting 278 with 5 homers and a team-high 31 runs batted in. He has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. And he backs him off the plate, ball 2. He's pitching himself into a little bit of trouble this inning here in the second. And he swings out in front of the changeup. The count is 2-1. Pitch is high, count is 3-1, hitters count. Here we go. And it's low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with Knights, with nobody out here in the top of the second. Lopez is in a spot of trouble. Matt Termini, the third baseman, is now up. He's hitting 309 with 4 homers and 18 runs batted in. Nowhere to put him. And he checks it. It's in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Ball 1. High and tight. Count is 2-0.
2-0.
It's flirting with danger. Surprised the pitching coach hasn't gone out to the mound to calm him down. And with the 2-0 count, he goes after a high pitch, fouls it back. It's 2-1. Fastball 98 on the radar gun is outside. The count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count. Nowhere to put him. And he grounds it to third. He bobbles it, throws over to first. It's an RBI ground out. And the Bronx Knights lead the Yankees 1-0. He had a chance to get a double play, but did not come up with it cleanly. Matthew Saps, the designated hitter today, he's hitting .210 with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. There's 1 out in the second. Runners at second and third. And the changeup drops over low. Ball 1. And he drops it, flares in for a ground rule double. Oh wait, throw to second base is in time. It's a 2-run single for Matthew Saps. He tries to take second base, and the throw meet gets him in time, but it's a quick 3-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. So the first pitch to Anthony Millo, he's hitting a .194. He's under the Mendoza line with a homer and 14 runs batted in. He takes ball 1. And he fouls it off. Strike 2. No, check that. Count is 1-1. And he hits it high, but not overly deep to Tony Gwynn in right field for the final out of the second. So the Bronx Knights score 3 runs and take a quick 3-0 lead over the Yankees. Leading off for the Yankees, Eric Davis, hitting .248 with 11 homers and 25 runs batted in on the season.
Number 44.
Ramos deals. Strike 1. Slider drops over the outside corner for strike 2. Eric Davis played for the Cincinnati Reds. I think he won a championship with the Cincinnati Reds in 1990. Strike 3 looking inside corner. He sits him down. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Batting 5th, the third baseman.
Oh, he just took a strikes right down the middle of the zone. Wade Boggs, who played for the Red Sox and also the New York Yankees in this fictional universe, is hitting .369 with 2 homers and 23 runs batted in. That's about right. That tracks with what he used to do in real life. Strike 1, down the middle. And that wiggle of the bat is exactly how he used to hit. He waited on the curveball, but just got a piece. Counts quickly 0-2. Member of the 3,000 hit club in real life. And he fouls it back. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And the slider is, check that, the split finger fastball is low. Swing and a miss and circle change. He swings out of the zone. Yet another strikeout for Ramos. He was in real speed.
The designated hitter, York Kingman.
So we have Josh Kingman hitting .311 with 12 homers and 34 runs batted in. Up to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And he swings and misses at the fastball for strike 1. Fouls off with another fastball. Count is 0-2. And he skies it to right field. No Cicero charges in, makes the catch for the final out of the second. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ramos. And after an inning and a half of play, the Bronx Knights have a 3-0 lead. Leading off, the lineup turns over. It's Max Luklitch, who lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1 today. And it's a soft ground ball to the shortstop. Ozzie Fields fires, got him. Just by a step.
The first baseman.
So, standings in the American League East, Tampa Bay Rays are in first with the New York Yankees in second place, just 4 games back. The Bronx Knights are in the American League West division. So Don Mattingly struck out in the first inning. He's up there for a second time. And he flares it out to center field. It might drop in, but no, it doesn't. Eric Davis runs it down for the second out of the inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Chris Ramos struck out in the first. Steps up. Could be a quick inning. He takes ball 1.
That's the ball.
2022 Silver Slugger Award for second base in the American League. Checks it, ball 2. Count is 2-0. And the 2-0 count is pulled foul. And he rips it foul. Ball boy catches in on the line. Count is even at 2-2. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mike O'Rourke is on deck. Here's the payoff pitch. And he walks him with 2 outs in the third. Ramos is at first base with the free pass.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mike O'Rourke.
So Mike O'Rourke, who's 17 in real life, steps up. He has a single and a run scored in today's contest. He's 1 for 1. See if he can be 2 for 2. Swings and misses the changeup out in front. Strike 1. And hits it foul down the right field line. Quickly, the count is 0-2. Just off the edge of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Pitcher's close. And he swings and misses for the final out of the third. So, top of the third is finished. Bronx Knights have a 3-0 lead. Leading off for the New York Yankees, Yadier Molina is hitting .296 with 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. He plays catcher for the St. Louis Cardinals in real life. And he lines it just foul down the right field line. Gold Glove Award winner in this fictional universe. He's also Gold Glove winner probably in real life. Pulls it foul the other way. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. And he can't get around on the fastball. Count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 3. It's the 5th strikeout for Ramos. So far, he's had no trouble with this lineup. He didn't even come close. Nicholas Castellanos hitting .278 with 2 homers and 13 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate. He is a Gold Glove winner. And he watches strike 1. So if the season is 2024, he won the Gold Glove Award for left field last year in 2023. And he hits it high and deep to left field, but playable by Max Luklitch, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the second baseman,
DJ LeMahieu, hitting .221 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. In real life, he used to play for the Colorado Rockies, but now he's a New York Yankee in real life. And he bouncer up the middle. Ramos fields, fires, got him. Chris Ramos, that is, at second base. And the side is retired. So, after 3 innings complete, Bronx Knights have a 3-run lead over the Yankees. Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, singled, scored a run. He's up at the plate to lead off the top of the fourth. And he slaps it to center field, playable. Eric Davis makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, number 38.
Benilo Cicero, no official at-bat. He had a walk in the second inning. Takes ball 1.
Ball, no strike.
While he leads the Bronx Knights in RBIs with 31, that's only good for 8th place in the American League. In there for strike 1. Count evens at 1-1. He checks it, 2 seamers outside. Count is 2-1. Fastball in there, strike 2. Count is 2-2. And he pulls it foul. A little early on the breaking ball. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he pops it up, right up the elevator shaft. Yadier Molina in foul territory makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, number 79.
Matt Termini, who had an RBI ground out in the first, is up again. He's 0 for 1. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. And he pulls it foul, ground ball down the third base line. Pablo Lopez, 3 2/3 innings pitched. This is his 68th pitch. And he throws it low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive. Oh, I'm sorry. Ground ball in the hole. Jump throw. Not in time. Ozzie makes the jump throw from deep in the hole. It's short. Across the diamond. The throw is on the money, but Termini just beats it out. Just gets his foot on the bag and prolongs the inning. Matt Saps is up. He had a 2-run single, actually. And he swings at the first pitch and hits it high and deep. It is caught at the fourth wall for the final out. He made a bid for a 2-run homer, but it wasn't to be. So after 3.5 innings of play, the score remains 3-0. Tony Gwynn steps up to the plate. He struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1 here in the bottom of the fourth against Eli Ramos. And he skies it to medium center field. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Ozzie Smith struck out in the first. He's up again. Swing and a miss on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike 1. And he pulls the curveball foul. Quickly the count falls to 0-2. And he grounds it sharply to Chris Ramos at short. Check that at second. He throws over to Mattingly at first for the second out of the inning.
Now back, first baseman,
Edgar Martinez, the third baseman, famous for being a designated hitter with the Seattle Mariners in the 1990s. Steps up to the plate. And he hits it high and deep to center field, but right in front of the warning track. O'Rourke makes the catch for the final out of the fourth. So 4 innings have gone by. The Knights have a 3-0 lead on their crosstown rivals, the Yankees. Anthony Millo flied out in the second, he's 0 for 1. There are 2 right-handers in the Yankees bullpen warming up. He checks it, pitches low. I don't know why it says that 14 RBIs is first on the Knights. That's a mistake. Hits it high and deep, but curving foul. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, he hits it high and deep, but playable. Right at the edge of the warning track, Castellanos makes the catch for the first out of the 5th.
The bat, number 39.
There's a replay on that. Made it look easy. Max Luklitch is up. He is 0 for 2 today. Line drive, base hit, it's into the corner, bounces off the wall. He turns at second, makes a strong throw, and even with all that speed, he tries to turn a single into a double and is thrown out. There are 2 outs in the inning. Wasted opportunity. Don Mattingly is 0 for 2. Steps up with 2 outs instead of a runner at first and 1 out. And he swings and misses at the changeup. Strike 1. And he pops it up in the infield. And it is caught by DJ LeMahieu for the final out of the 5th. Mattingly's not happy. So, still a 3-0 lead for the Knights. Heidi, we don't hear your microphone. I think there's probably a problem with the audio. We apologize. I have to cut away from you. So, Eric Davis struck out in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1 today. We are at the bottom of the 5th. He takes a strike. Bronx Knights have a 3-0 lead on the New York Yankees. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 2. Strike 3, slider on the outside corner. He sits down. That's his 6th strikeout for Eli Ramos. Here's a replay.
Next for the Yankees.
You could argue that it's off the corner, but it's too close to take with 2 strikes. You got to protect the plate. Wade Boggs is up. 1 out in the 5th. And he hits a hard ground ball past Salazar at short and into left field for a base hit. Boggs is at first with 1 out. Here's the replay. Very realistic because it's exactly the way Wade Boggs used to hit. So, Josh Kingman flew out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 today. Strike 1, low strike. Big strike zone today. Boggs leads off first. And Salazar to 2nd for 1. Back to first, double play. And the side is retired. We have an official game at 5 innings complete. Bronx Knights have a 3-run lead.
Your attention, please.
Trevor Gott takes over pitching duties
Number 15.
for
Trevor.
in 13. This is his 13th appearance. His record is 0-1 with a 16.55 earned run average. The definition in the middle of the league. Chris Ramos is 0 for 1. He steps up and takes ball 1. Trevor Gott throws hard. There's 2 right-handers warming up in the Yankees bullpen. Guessing in case Gott gets in trouble. Changeup falls in there for strike 1. Count is even. 1-1. Line drive foul into the camera well. Count is 1-2. And he pops it straight up behind the plate. Yadier Molina is there to make the catch for the first out of the 6th.
Now batting. The center fielder.
Michael O'Rourke has a single, run scored, he's 1 for 2. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Mike has been hot his last 3 games. He has 6 runs batted in his last 3 games. High and deep, but foul. Count is quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball one. And he grounds it the other way into the hole. Ozzie Fields fires, got him. Makes it look easy. So with 2 outs in the 6th, Jacob Salazar has a single, a run scored, he's 1 for 2. And he swings over the top of the changeup, out in front, strike one. Outside, ball one. Count is even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, he's out in front of the changeup very quickly. There are 2 strikes. And he takes the fastball in the outside corner. He is just fooled. He doesn't agree with the call. Just look at the expression on Salazar's face. But in any event, 5.5 innings complete. Bronx Knights 3, Yankees nothing. Leading off for the Yanks is Yadier Molina, who struck out. It seems like everyone in the lineup struck out at least once today. He's 0 for 1. And he pours a 99-mile-an-hour fastball in there for strike one. Swinging and miss at the curveball. Strike two. Oh, he hits this high and deep. It's got a chance, and it is gone. Yadier Molina's 6th home run of the season, a solo shot, and the score is 3-1. Boom. It just keeps on going into the visitors' bullpen. Nicholas Castellanos flew out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1 today. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. And fouls off the slider, strike two. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three in the high fastball. That's his 7th strikeout of the contest. There's the replay in real time.
The second baseman,
DJ LeMahieu steps up. He has a ground out. He's 0 for 1. And he flies it to medium depth center field. O'Rourke is there, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Tony Gwynn is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Steps up there. And he's out in front of the fast break. Strike one. And he skies it to left field. Running catch by Luklitch. He makes it. Covers a lot of ground and makes the out. Well, I don't know why they showed the Tony Gwynn graphic, because it's Yadier Molina who puts the Yankees on the board at the end of 6 innings of play. It's a 2-run lead. Benilo Cicero walked. His run scored. He's officially 0 for 1 today. He steps up to the plate in the top of the 7th. And he skies it the opposite way. Castellanos is there, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting.
Matt Termini has an RBI single. No, check that. He's got an RBI ground out and a single. He's 1 for 2 today.
That's the ball.
And the pitch is low for ball 1.
1-0.
And he's behind on the fastball. Strike 1. And he hits it high and deep at the wall. He makes the catch on the warning track in front of the 408-foot sign. Deep drive, but not deep enough.
Number 31.
There are 2 outs. Matt Saps has a 2-run single. He's 1 for 2. He steps up. 2 outs in the 7th. And this one could go. It's high. It's deep. It is Gonzo, Matthew Saps. His 4th home run of the season, and he makes it a 4-1 ball game. Way to go, Matt. Nice. His 4th home run of the season, 372 feet. Here's the replay. I thought Castellanos might have a chance to pull it back. He's got that height. He jumps, and it's over his glove. He looks at the glove as if it's the glove's fault. Anthony Millo, the catcher, steps up. He's 0 for 2 today. Pitches inside for ball 1. Bronx Knights have a 4-1 lead on the Yankees here in the top of the 7th. He fouls off the changeup. Count evens at 1-1. And swings and misses at the high heat, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Line drive, base hit for Anthony Millo, his 1st of the game. And we have a runner at first with 2 outs in the 7th.
Now batting, number 39.
Max Luklitch is up. He did have a single in the 5th. And he grounds it up the middle, scoops it over for the force at 2nd, and the side is retired. But not before Matthew Saps makes it a 3-run ball game again. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch as the Bronx Knights lead the New York Yankees 4-1. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, Ozzie Smith, he's 0 for 2.
Not shortstop, Ozzie.
Strike 1. And he flares it into the outfield. Luklitch cannot make the catch. It's a single for Ozzie Smith to lead off the 7th. Nice piece of hitting. Hits it the other way. I thought Luklitch might have a chance for a diving catch, but he decided the 3-run lead is better to play it safe. Next up is Edgar Martinez, 0 for 2. Strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. Slider, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And he takes the circle change and just flares it out to Luklitch in left for an easy 1st out of the inning. No advance. Luklitch is 12 years old in real life. Love that hairdo. Next up, Eric Davis. He has a lot of power, but today he has 2 strikeouts. He's 0 for 2. He fouls back the fastball. Strike 1. Swing and miss the slider. Quickly, he's down 0-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. That's the 3rd strikeout by Eric Davis. And the 8th strikeout in the game by Eli Ramos. See the replay. Oh, right at the knees. He does not like the call. Too bad. Wade Boggs is up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And he swings and misses over the circle change. Strike 1. And he fouls it off. Strike 2. Pitch count is very low. He's almost 2 outs in the 7th inning. He's only 60 pitches. Line drive, base hit by Boggs, his 2nd of the game. And suddenly, the tying run is at the plate. Here's the replay.
The designated hitter, Josh Kingman.
Strike one to Josh Kingman, who's 0 for 2 today. Let's go to the manager's office. Let's go to the bullpen. Let's warm up. I really want these guys. Let's warm up Caleb Smith. Let's warm up Dylan Patansis. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Couldn't get around on the fastball. He's hitting .394 with runners in scoring position this season. He does have a runner in scoring position. And he swings and drives it down the left field, right field line. Check that. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And the circle change just in there low. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for his 9th strikeout of the game. 7 innings complete. Bronx Knights 4, New York Yankees 1.
Your attention, please.
Jose Castillo comes in relief. He's pitched 5 games. His record is 1-0. In 5 innings, he has not given up an earned run yet. He faces Don Mattingly. The bullpen is still active for the New York Yankees. He's 0 for 3 today, Mattingly. And it's a line drive, base hit the other way to left field. It's his first of the game. And with nobody out in the 8th, we have a runner at first base.
Now batting, second base, Chris Ramos.
Chris Ramos turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty, Castillo. And he checks his swing, ball 1. He walked in the 3rd inning. Officially, he is 0 for 2 today. He checks his swing again. Pitches low, ball 2. Bronx Knights Baseball, I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining us. And the pitch is fouled. The count is 2-1. The score is Bronx Knights 4, New York Yankees 1 in this rivalry matchup between the 2 Bronx teams. He checks the swing. The count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. It is the top of the 8th. Runner at first base is Don Mattingly. And he hits a high but not very deep drive to Castellanos in left. And makes the catch for the first out of the 8th. No advance at first. So it's a 3-game set between the Bronx Knights and the New York Yankees. Knights have won the first game. They're leading the second game 4-1. Michael O'Rourke, the center fielder, has a single and a run scored today. He's 1 for 3. Steps up to the plate. Lefty versus lefty. And he hits a deep drive, but playable. Tony Gwynn makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. He has a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 3. Switch hitter. He bats from the right side against the lefty Castillo. And fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Strike 1. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Pitch is high. Ball 1. Count evens at 1-1. Like and subscribe. And he fouls off the slider for strike 2. And he gets underneath it. Long run for Gwynn, but he gets there and makes the catch for the final out of the inning for the Knights. Score is 4-1. Leading off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th is Yadier Molina, who hit a home run today. He's 1 for 2. He had a solo shot in the 6th inning. Ramos is still out there. And he hits a line drive to Luklitch in left, but he's right there to make the catch. One pitch, one out.
The left fielder, number 29.
Nicholas Castellanos struck out, flied out. He's 0 for 2 today. Steps in against Eli Ramos, who, with the exception of a solo home run by Yadier Molina, has pitched a gem. 68 pitches into the 8th. He has 9 strikeouts. Just off the inside corner, count goes even at 1-1. I think he wanted that pitch. It was close. And it is a line drive to Luklitch. He barely has to move and makes the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman,
DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Steps up to the plate. And the slider is just off the edge for ball 1. Fouls off the fastball, 98 on the radar gun. Count is even at 1-1. And he grounds it to Mattingly, fields it, throws over to the pitcher covering, who steps on the bag for the final out of the 8th. 8 innings complete. The Bronx Knights have a 3-run advantage over their crosstown rivals, the New York Yankees. So now, what am I going to do in the bullpen? Let's see. Jordan Hicks is coming in for the Yankees. This is his 8th appearance out of the bullpen. He has 7 saves. His ERA is 2.57. Just getting an inning of work in a 3-run deficit. Benilo Cicero steps up to the plate. He's officially 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. But I'm going to go to the manager's office, the bullpen. And I've got these 2 guys warming up. I'm going to sit them down. Sit down, Caleb. Sit down, Betances. John Smoltz is going to just stretch and toss. I'm planning on pitching a complete game with Eli Ramos, but if he gets into trouble, in comes Smoltz. So here we go. Unless I can score a batch of runs in this inning, we'll see what happens. And he fouls off the sinker. Strike 1. He checks his swing, but sinker's in there for strike 2. Count is quickly 0-2. Oh, he hits him. Hits him. And the leadoff man in the top of the 9th is on.
number 79.
No intent. You get 2 strikes on the first batter, and you hit him. It's an accident. Matt Termini steps up to the plate. He has a single. He has an RBI ground out. He's 1 for 3. He's the 3rd baseman for the Bronx Knights. And the pitch is high. 99 on the radar gun. He's packing heat, ladies and gentlemen. Ball 1. He checks it. Pitch is low. Count is 2-0. So he hits the first batter after getting 2 strikes, and it goes 2-0 on the next batter. And he catches the corner with the sinker. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Quick throw over. Lo Cicero is back. Cicero does have speed. Not your prototypical base stealer, but he's got some good speed over there at first. And he pulls the slider down the line. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Way out in front. Slider inside, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With nobody out, will the runner be in motion? I don't think so. I'm not looking to push the envelope with a 3-run lead. And it's outside for ball 4. Hit batter, walk, and Hicks is in trouble with the first 2 runners on and nobody out in the top of the 9th. They can't let that lead drift any further. So Matt Saps has a homer. RBI single. He's got 3 RBIs on the day. He's 2 for 3. He's up there again with runners in scoring position. And he grounds it in through the hole for a base hit. Termini makes the turn. The throw to the plate is cut off.
He's in there.
It is an RBI single for Matt Saps, his 4th run batted into the game, and it's a 4-run game as the Bronx Knights take a 5-1 lead. Here's the replay. Pulls it on the ground through that hole between short and third. And Anthony Miller, the catcher, is up. There's still nobody out. Runners at first and second. And he takes a sinker on the edge for strike 1. And he fouls off the sinker at 100 and mile, triple digits on the radar gun. Now that's some heat right there. Count is 0-2. Oh, he swings and misses, but nowhere to run. He tags him out for the strikeout. First out of the 9th.
The batter, number 39.
Here's the strikeout. He's in the dirt, but Miller could not hold back. Molina picked it up, tagged him out. So, Max Luklitch, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 4 with a single. And he hits a base hit to center field. It's going to be an RBI single for Max Luklitch. And the Bronx Knights lead 6-1. Nice piece of hitting. Come on, let's see that replay for Max. Come on.
The first baseman.
There we go.
Mattingly.
There we go. High leg kick. One-handed swing. Serves it up back through the box. So Don Mattingly steps in, and we have a reliever, Brandon Brennan, who has pitched 17 games. It's only May. He's already pitching his 18th games. He's a 1-1 record with a 3.26 earned run average. He steps up with 1 out in the 9th, runners on first and second. And the changeup floats outside for ball 1. Don Mattingly was the 1984 American League batting champion, 1985 Most Valuable Player Award, the American League.
Yeah!
He checks the swing, but it's in there, strike 1.
1-1.
Big fan of Don Mattingly growing up, Yankee fan myself. And he pulls the changeup foul. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count evens at 2-2.
2 strikes.
Did he check it?
Did he
They
go?
asked down at third base. Umpire says yes, he did. Count goes full 3-2. With 1 out, will the runners be in motion? No, they will not be. They stay in put. And he hits a lazy fly ball the other way to Castellanos, who makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. No advance on the base paths. So with 2 outs in the 9th, top of the inning, the visiting Bronx Knights send Chris Ramos up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. And it's a ground ball base hit. And the runner makes the turn and is coming home, and he is out at the plate. So the side is retired. They do put 2 runs on the board. Last licks for the New York Yankees. They need 5 to tie, 6 to win. Let's see if they can do it. So I am bringing in. No, you know what? I'm not bringing anybody on.
For the Yankees, the right fielder,
He's pitching a complete game.
Tony.
Strike 1. When you have 74 pitches going into the 9th inning and a 5-run lead, you finish what you start. Slider is high, but taken for strike 2. He knows he's taking pitches because he knows they need base runners. Can't hit a 5-run homer. He's got to get on base. Swing and a miss. That's the 10th strikeout of the game for Eli Ramos. He's pitched a gem, with the exception of that solo homer by Yadier Molina. He has pitched lights out today. Next up, Ozzie Smith. He had a single in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. And he takes strike one on the inside corner. Swing and a miss it to the changeup. Not changeup. What am I saying? The breaking ball. My goodness. Brain fart right there. So, count is 0-2. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. And he hits a line drive towards the gap. But he makes the catch. Lo Cicero reaches out. Makes a nice running catch for the second out of the ninth. So they're down to their final out.
The first baseman,
Edgar Martinez. He's 0 for 3. Wants to see if he can keep it going. And he hits it high and deep, but caught at the fence at the warning track for the final out of the game. It's a complete game for Eli Ramos, and the Bronx Knights win the second of 3-game contest against their crosstown rivals, the Yankees. Nice. Salazar and Ramos goof around in the infield. That's Don Mattingly, the manager from Parallel Universe. He plays first base and he also manages. So, let's do this official. Bronx Knights, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. New York Yankees, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Eli Ramos, his 4th win of the season. The loss goes to Pablo Lopez. Player of the game, Eli Ramos, who pitches a complete game 4-hitter. Did give up a solo homer, but struck out 10. And that's all I have for you here today. Bronx Knights win 6-1. This is Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. My intention is to play an entire season one at a time on YouTube for see if I can win a championship. Hopefully you'll join me again, and we'll see you again soon. Have a great night.